everybody. My name is Teacher Amy. Welcome to Magic Ears. Today we're going to talk about the interview process at Magic Ears. I'm going to give you some tips to help give you a little bit of confidence during your interview, and that way it can go very smoothly. So there's actually two parts to the interview. Your interviewer is going to first ask you just a couple of general questions, kind of some icebreaker questions. How long maybe you've been teaching? What do you think would make you a great candidate for Magic Ears? And they're just going to ask you some questions like that. So it's nothing that you need to be afraid of. Your interviewers are very supportive and they want you to succeed. The second part to the interview is when you actually get to pretend to demonstrate teaching a class. So the interviewer is going to pretend to be the student and you are going to be the teacher, like you're really teaching a real life class. The demonstration portion is 8 minutes long. If for some reason you don't get through all the slides or all the materials, don't worry. It's just 8 minutes long so that we can keep the interview process going along smoothly. So what are we looking for here at Magic Ears? The main thing that the company is built on is teaching with passion. So what is teaching with passion? Teaching with passion means that you are a fun, lively, energetic, encouraging, and animated teacher. Just because you may have a master's or a doctorate's degree in education does not necessarily mean that you're going to be a great fit for Magic Ears. If you just are very, very structured and nothing is very exciting, that's probably not what Magic Ears is looking for. Magic Ears is looking for someone who is going to bring teaching to life. Whenever you're a student and you've been at school all day long and then you have to go home and do your homework and have lots of activities, you're pretty tired at the end of the day. So if the person on the other side of the computer screen is not lively and animated and energetic and fun, you're not going to have a very fun time learning English. So that is why here at Magic Ears, we are so passionate about teaching students with passion. Another thing that you need to always use during your classes is TPR. So what is TPR? TPR stands for Total Physical Response. So that means whenever you're teaching a class, use your hands during the hello slide during the very beginning of your teacher demonstration. You know, instead of saying, "Hi kids, how are you?" "Hello kids, how are you?" Use your face even as part of your total TPR. Use your hands. "My name is Teacher Amy. What is your name?" Make sure that you are always interacting with the students because some of them don't understand English quite as well as others do. So if you can use your hands and use TPR, it's easier for them to understand what you're asking them to do. Some other forms of TPR during your class whenever you're introducing a new word or phrase is that you can use your hands, like, "Watch my mouth. The apple is red." You can encourage the students whenever you do this, and sometimes they don't respond. You can do this and then this so that you're encouraging them to respond with what you're asking them to say. One thing to keep in mind and remember is that these students are new to English, so you need to keep the English language very simple. Don't use long, complex sentences with big, huge words because they're probably not going to understand what you're saying. During the teaching portion of the interview, your interviewer is probably going to repeat some words that are incorrectly said. So if you said, "The apple is red," and they said, "Apple is red," and they don't enunciate things, or if they say it wrong, they want you to correct them. They are looking for correction skills. "The apple is red." Make sure that whenever you are correcting the students that you don't elongate the words though. You wouldn't say, "The apple is red." You can enunciate the consonants, but you don't want to elongate the words. You would want to speak like you're naturally speaking in English. "The apple is red." So make sure that whenever your interviewer pronounces something incorrectly, that you correct them. Okay, Whenever you're switching from slide to slide, make sure that the transition between slide to slide is very smooth and there's not lots of empty, awkward space. Because not only is it awkward for the student, it can also be awkward for the teacher as well. So whenever you're clicking to the next slide, make sure that you're not looking with a blank stare on your face. As you're clicking to the next slide, you could use that as an opportunity to encourage the students. Great job, guys! Let's see what's next. And then the next slide is up and they're ready to learn the next part of the lesson. So you're teaching your class and it's time to start using some props. And let's pretend like we're talking about bananas. You could use a flashcard that had a picture of a banana on it and the word banana, or you could use some toy bananas, or if you have some real bananas up in your kitchen, you could use real bananas also. So those are some good ideas to use. And also, if you are talking about the color orange, you could have a flashcard that has the word orange on there and an orange. Or even better, you could use some 3D props that are the color orange. The orange carrot, the orange flute. These are also really good, and the students like it whenever you break out props that are actually something besides a flashcard, because they're already seeing the picture on their screen. So if you can pull out something that's a little bit different, that's relevant to the lesson that you're teaching, that's always a great idea also. And whenever you're teaching letters or introducing letters, you can always use the flashcard, but like I said earlier, they already are seeing the letter T on their computer screen. So if you have a little T, which this goes to a wooden block puzzle, that's always something good that you can use also. That kind of brings a little bit more of a life to the lesson. Whenever you're learning about body parts, you can use a prop, especially a big one, if you're talking about eyes. Eyes! Look, the cat has 2 eyes. Or nose. The cat has 1 nose. Oh, and make sure that if you are using a flashcard that it doesn't go in front of your mouth, because the students cannot see what I'm saying right now. So make sure that you practice whenever you're using flashcards or word cards that it's below your mouth and your mouth is clearly visible to the students. As many of you may be like I was whenever I was getting ready to do my interview for Magic Ears, I was a little nervous and I was unsure of what was going to happen during the interview. So I hope that this video has given you a little bit more ease so that whenever you're doing the interview, you aren't as nervous. Just the number one thing to remember is be prepared. Do your research, watch lots of demonstration videos of really good teachers who use lots of TPR and who are very energetic, because that is what Magic Ears is about, passionate teachers. Make sure that you review all of the material. It is given to you whenever you book your interview, so you're able to go into the teaching platform and review all of the slides. Make sure that you make notes, and you can go ahead and start gathering things for props. Make sure that you have at least 2 props. I usually make sure that I have more than 2, just because I have quite a collection of different things that I can use. But as you're building up your inventory for teaching, at least make sure that you have 2 props for the class. During your interview, your interviewer will have a piece of paper of specific things and qualities that they are looking for during your interview. So I'm going to go ahead and show you that piece of paper right here. And one more thing, guys. If you have any questions or concerns about any part of the Magic Ears application process, make sure that you reach out to any of the Magic Ears teams. Send them a quick email. They will respond back to you. They want you to succeed. So any questions or concerns that you have, they will be happy to help you along the way. Thank you so much for watching. If you would like to apply for Magic Ears, please use my referral code down below. Also, follow Magic Ears on Facebook and YouTube, and please subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching. Bye!